we have this book, which we're officially launching today, which John Hamill did most of the work on, and it's our first venture into this type of territory. So we can have a chat today, just to get opinions as to the best ways to promote it, to market it. We want to what the thoughts that we have are, first of all, we want to approach all of the schools. Now we know that most of the schools won't take it, but we're going to email all of the schools and say, if you're an inclusive school, you should have in your library, a book for children who want to know about freedom of religion and belief from a non-religious perspective. Now we'll obviously have better luck there with the Educate Together schools than we would with the denominational schools. But the other main area that we wanted to focus on is parents who want to opt their children out of the formal religious instruction classes, and it could be something that they could have to read during that session, or something that the parents could discuss with them at home. And then as a follow-on, we're working on a series of a combination of lesson plans and workbooks with exercises and puzzles and colouring things and mazes and all these type of things that you get in these type of children's books, with exercises designed around it. Now the key thing about it is it's not promoting atheism. It's not saying that atheism is true. In fact, it starts by saying, we don't want you to believe anything in this book simply because it's in the book or simply because we say so. We want you to take the information in this book and use it as a starting point to talk to other people, talk to religious people, talk to non-religious people, try to identify what's the best way to figure out what's likely to be true and what's likely to not be true, and use this from that perspective. It might be useful, John, do you want to say a few words about the content generally and the themes and how you intended it to be read?
Yes.
And you might say it to them rather than me.
Yeah. So I've.
Can you all hear John? No. Can you all hear John?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've 4 kids, and the whole.
Do you want to sit here, John?
Okay.
Just to carry on the video.
So I've 4 children, and actually in the whole of County Monaghan, where I'm based, there is no Educate Together school. So we have only Catholic options, and I think my kids are in no doubt that I don't believe in God, but they go to Catholic school and they learn all the same Catholic stuff as the other kids. So we didn't do the opt-out, and you look at the options, they opt the kids out. Even if you formally recognise that, the process in the school is that they sit in the same class with the rest of the kids. They're not allowed to do any other work. They just sit at the back of the class, so it's basically participate or be ostracised. It's not really an effective opt-out of the content. So all of the 4 kids have really no option but to go through the same Catholic education as everyone else. I don't know if there's a gender issue with this, or if it's just accidental, but I think my 3 daughters have the view that all the religious stuff in the school is all very sensible and their father's a bit weird, and my son has the view that his father's very sensible and all the religious people in the school are a bit weird. But at least it was very obvious to me that the kids just pick up on the fact that religion isn't like the other subjects. When they do maths or English, there's no argument or there's no discrepancy in terms of what answers different people give them with respect to how to spell a particular word or how to do a particular piece of arithmetic. But religion is obviously a standout subject in that that's not the case in religion, and different people have different views. And of course they, I guess like all other towns in Ireland, they have lots of friends who are not Catholics. come from Hindu and Muslim families, so it's just obviously a bit weird to them. So yeah, the original genesis of the idea came from some kind of context for that, and as Michael says, the intention isn't to look at all of these disagreements and try and convince the kids that atheism is true. I don't want to bring my kids up as atheists. I want to let them make their own minds up. The intention is to just to explain to kids that this doesn't necessarily have to be weird. If you've got one friend who's a Muslim and one friend who's a Hindu and your father's an atheist, that's not necessarily weird. Your father can still be weird, but just for other reasons. Yeah, that's where it came from. And as Michael said, we'll start off with the schools. I think we've all heard Catholic schools in the media talk about how inclusive they are. So to my mind, when we contacted them all and asked them, do they have any books in their library about the freedom of religion, we will soon find out how inclusive they are.